Hello, uh, welcome to Matty Bakers. This is our channel, and today we are going to be discussing how to make a gluten-free cake. We have our sugar here, we have our butter here, we have our eggs, we have milk there, then we have vanilla essence, then we have the flour which is combined with baking powder, then we have our tin that we're going to use to bake, and it's already greased plus the greasing paper. So let's start. The first thing to do is to combine sugar and butter all together and then mix. So you're going to start mixing. You have to mix it at least 5 minutes. As we've seen, we've been doing this thing. Now we'll put the flour first. Put the flour. Then we mix on a low speed so that it doesn't evaporate. After mixing like that, we put vanilla essence. And the milk. Then we mix. Then we add eggs. Then we mix until it's combined. Now we continue mixing until we get the perfect then, just to make sure that it's nicely, we have to make sure that we poke because sometimes at the bottom it will not be blended very nicely. So you have to take your spatula and then turn it to make sure you get the best results. So now we have to beat it just 2 minutes. We don't want to overbeat it. Make sure it's nicely combined. Now we have a perfect mix. Now we want to make sure now we take it to put it in our baking tin. We are putting flour on our tin so that because butter, when you put butter, it crystallizes with sugar. So we want to avoid our cake being stuck when it's already cooked. So we're dusting our pan before we put the cake on. Now this is how our pot look like. So now it is done. We want to put the cake inside so that we bake and see the results. And remember, this is gluten-free cake. So when you're baking, you need to be very careful. You don't want to make, someone get sick. So even the flour that I used to dust the pan was gluten-free to avoid someone getting sick. People have allergy, as they might have gluten insensitive or gluten intolerant. So we have to avoid that. So we have to make sure the sides is equal so that we don't get an even cake. And notice when you bake a gluten-free cake, because of the flour not having gluten, you have to put an ingredient that will Now cake is ready to go to the oven. So as we remember now, we are about to put our cake in the oven. We've already mixed everything, and now that is our batter. So now we want to put it in an oven. So this is our oven. We've already made sure that it's actually it is we put the temperature to be exactly 180. Then the selector is on the middle. Then we've already rotated our timer, so now the oven is actually being heated up. So we want to put it inside so that we can see how it will come out after it's being cooked. And our oven, now let's wait as it bakes. Now our cake is done. Now we want to check in the oven and see what. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. See, this is our cake that has been baked. So now we'll focus on decorating, then we'll see how it turn out. So this is gluten-free cake flavor, and this is vanilla flavor. So as I had told you earlier, you have to make sure that the cake, when you're baking, you don't leave any traces of gluten, because people suffer from celiac, may be affected badly, and they may end up in the hospital. So to avoid that, you have to make sure you take all the precaution measure so that you give your client the best. So if you like the video, subscribe. If you have any question, I'll gladly answer.